what scares me the most about marriage? It's not cooking 3 times a day or washing stinking socks. Not even cleaning the sofa after I came back home very drunk and vomited all over it. I can do all of that stuff. But mothers-in-law, those girl women spend most of their miserable lives plotting on how to torture their daughters-in-law. They act like they secretly want to date their sons because they feel like no other woman is worthy of their perfect, precious sons. Banange. Welcome back to the Headwrap Kaboozi. With me, your girl, Mahoro, which means the opposite of violence. But I'm here for the opposite of peace. And today, I have beef with those women who think their sons are too good for any other woman to marry. Can you wrap your head around Kaboozi on mothers-in-law? They are the real Satan's helpers on earth. And even if you find a husband who doesn't have a mother, the aunties-in-law, those are even worse. But first, let me tell you about my sponsor, for they have the medicine for when you have a very difficult mother-in-law. They are Dilstories Film Studio, and if you have a podcast or a documentary, or you are a film producer looking for a location to shoot your film, look no further than Dilstories Film Studio. They will build any set that you want, whether it's an office, a home setting, a restaurant, jail, police station, anything. And they do it at very affordable rates. Click on the link in the description. Now, me, just like any other young girl, I'd like to get married someday. And so, I'm writing this letter to the woman who is supposed to be my future mother-in-law. You see, I am Mahoro, which means peace. So I want peace. Anyway, here we go. Dear future mother-in-law, my relationship with you will depend on how you treat me. If you are kind, I will be kind. But if you choose violence, hey, we shall dance. And let me tell you, I am violence itself. But first, I'll thank you because I was raised properly. I will thank you for raising a perfect son for me. He is now mine. He's no longer yours. So, don't think that you can still control him. Let me ask, if you are a chicken farmer and you sold what you raised, will you follow the customer to their home and tell them, but you see this chicken, I raised it with my bare hands, and so you're supposed to cook it like this and eat it like this? No! So, what makes you think that you can come into my home and tell me how to eat your son? And by the way, don't get me wrong. I've never fought over a man because men are trash. I mean, why would I fight over garbage? But you see, if I'm in a relationship with a man and he doesn't treat me like I am a priority, I leave. No begging, no quarreling, I just leave. And I've never texted or called any other woman telling them to leave my man alone. And thank heavens, no woman has ever called me with such nonsense. So, I'm not going to fight you over my babe. You see, he is no longer your baby. He is my babe. He is an adult who grew from a baby into a babe. When he was still your baby, you would fight with teachers at school, telling them how to treat him. But you're no longer his mouthpiece. So don't tell me how to care for him. I do not have patience for such kajanja. Don't tell me what to cook and how to cook it. I have my own hands. I know how to cook. What I do not know, YouTube will teach me. And if you find him cooking for me, please don't say that I bewitched him. Your son has watched so many rom-coms that he knows how a husband is supposed to look after a wife. Meanwhile, before I proceed with the letter, let me give you some lugambo. My sister was married to this man who likes matoke so much that she would make matoke every day. Now, my sister was very confused because other men will complain that there isn't enough salt or that you don't know how to kunyiga the matoke like a proper Uganda woman. But this man, he was complaining, boo, she didn't know how to make matoke the same way that his mother makes it. Now, my sister was very annoyed and she wanted to divorce the guy, but she just decided to kuguma. Now, she went to his mother for advice. You know what the mother told her? But come and be my assistant in the kitchen for a whole year so that you can learn to make matoke, how I make it. Gway, my sister was pissed. She went back home very angry. And because of her state of mind, she cooked matoke and burnt it. Now, she didn't burn it kalito. The whole thing turned into charcoal. So, she was there wondering what she should do about the matoke. Should she throw it away? Over. Then she remembered, this man has never appreciated anything that I do for him. So, let me serve him this matoke and then ask him for a divorce. Now, when the man came back, she served him the chocolized food. And you know what he said? He said, aha! This is exactly how my mother makes her matoke. Aha. Anyway, back to the letter. Dear future mother-in-law, when you visit, you will sleep in the boys' quarters. Those things of making us leave our beds just because you're visiting, I don't want them here. If you think that you're going to visit without a plan, think twice. You see, you can come on a day when we've decided to just chill in our boxers and watch movies the whole day. You are an important guest. Act important. Even the president just doesn't show up anywhere. He will give the hosts 6 months notification before he comes through. So, even you, before you come, give me a heads up so that I have enough time to soak the house in jig and clean the walls with Omo. So that by the time you come, the house is spotless clean, and you have nothing to complain about. The complaints, oh God, I hate complaints. Okay, I know I don't do things perfectly, but Mama, don't overdo it. Don't complain that I'm decorating the sitting room like I'm decorating a house for a funeral. Do not say that I'm ironing clothes like someone who fears electricity bills. Don't say anything about how I dress or how I open the fridge, and please do not complain about how I boil water. When you visit, know your place, you're just a visitor. So, just sit, wait for food, eat and sleep. Do not order me around in my own house because I never order you around in yours. But my mother can visit anytime that she likes. You see, she is my mother. Actually, ladies, let me give you some piece of advice. If you quarrel with your husband, don't kunoba. If your husband has done something and you're very annoyed and for some reason you want to seek revenge, just tell your mother to come over. Remember, your mother is his mother-in-law, so she will give him hell. That is how you punish a man. And if you ask him to do something and he refuses, just tell him that you're going to invite your mother. Hey, he will do anything that you want to stop her from coming. Back to my mother-in-law. Please resist the urge of comparing me to yourself or to any other women. Mbo, this isn't how I wash. Mbo, Dan's wife cooks like this. Mama Gonde makes juice like that. Peter's wife goes to the gym 3 times a week. Don't. If you think that those guys are doing things perfectly, why don't you go and visit them? This is not a 5-star hotel. I'm not your waiter. And please, when you come, do not stay for long. 3 days are enough. Like, what is it about your home that you're running away from that you don't want to get back to? Is it rats? But my mother, she can stay for as long as she likes. When I visit your village, do not measure my goodness by how hard I work. I'm not going to cook food in your village functions. Me, I only cook for 3 people. Me, my husband, and our child. I do not have any experience in cooking. I am a soft girl. I'm allergic to hustle life. So, when I visit, do not bring out that blanket that you've kept for 10 years for me to wash or any other dirty clothes. Like, do you only do laundry when I come to visit? Me, I'm just a girl. I'm not like a dube. I was not born to suffer. There are some things you should never open your mouth to ask me. Like, when am I getting pregnant? Or am I sharing my bed with my brother? Please, do not poke your nose into my bedroom affairs because I never ask you what happens in your bedroom. But am I satisfying your son? I have enough singers to teach me better than you can teach me. You can advise your son. But if he refuses to take your advice, please don't say that I bewitched him or I put him in a bottle. I don't watch Nigerian movies. I don't know how to put a man in a bottle. It just means that he is clever enough not to follow your foolish advice. And please know that this marriage is between me and your son. You're just an outsider. If you hate me because I won't let you mistreat me, do not advise my husband to give me a divorce. I know you want to dictate what kind of woman that your son ends up with, but you want him to marry a woman who is another version of yourself. Me, I'm not going to leave my man. And by the way, you claim to be a Christian. Why do you want to put asunder what the Lord has put together? Why don't you fear God? Why do you want to be used by the devil? If you didn't get enough love from your husband and you want to get all of it from mine, you are deceiving yourself. If you have a grudge on me because your mother-in-law treated you badly and so you want to revenge with me, you're playing with fire. And if you think that I stole your son from you and you want to use juju to separate us, Those Nigerian movies have deceived you. You see, I am his wife. I am his good thing. I am the source of God's favor upon his life. I am cool like that. And no, I am not bragging. These are biblical facts. So, don't get nugu, okay? Can you wrap your head around this, Kaboozi? Please like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your mothers so that when you come to propose to me, she knows exactly what she's getting herself into. Until next week.